Good
Hi,
evening.
everyone. Good evening.
Hi guys!
How are you guys? Long time no see.
Yes, I know. Super tagal na ng last time.
'Di ba? How have
Yes.
you been, girls? It's been like what? More than a year? 'Di
Yes.
ba?
We're the longest reigning candidate of Binibining Pilipinas.
Ay, may crown.
Longest reigning candidate. Ikaw talaga.
Kine-claim na ni. Wait, before we proceed, can we greet our viewers who are tuned in right now? Rowan Santa Maria is watching us. Hello, Queens. Hello, Honeylicious. Plain d'Amour and Bonjour from France. Oh, Sir Paulo is watching us. Hi, Sir Pao. Naku, na-pressure ako bigla. Nanonood sa atin si Sir Pao. Oh my God. Siguro break niya sa taping. So, nakakanood siya today. And also, Rowan Santa Maria, oh, sorry, Claudine Belen is also watching. Oh my God, can't wait to see Honey. Louis Darren is also saying the same. So anyway, going back to our topic, how do you feel that with only a few weeks left, eto na, yung pinakahihintay nating finals ng Binibining Pilipinas is really happening!
Well, this is it. I'm really excited and nervous at the same time. But, we've been preparing for this pageant for a long time already, and I just can't wait to showcase what I've learned from my team.
Ako din.
What about you,
I'm
Honey?
super excited. Especially nung in-announce ng Binibini na ang host namin ay walang iba kundi si Catriona Gray and Miss Nicole Cordobes. Di ba nakaka-excite? Mas nakaka-excite siya ngayon. And finally, it will happen na. Finally, may date na. So, July 11, 2021. At sa Smart Araneta Coliseum. Tingnan natin.
Yes.
Oh my God. Sana magkaroon ng live audience. Sa tingin nyo ba i-allow ng
Sana.
Quezon City government na magka-live audience? Diba? Parang, ang hirap nun, diba? Parang mag-perform kayo, tapos parang walang nanonood sa inyo. Parang ready na ba kayo sa pwedeng possibility na yun na mangyari?
Well, whatever happens, may audience man o wala, super excited na kaming lahat na candidates for the coronation night. And hindi na namin maantay yung moment na yun.
Mm-hmm. So,
yes, and if ever walang audience, kami ng mga candidates yung mag-hype sa isa't isa.
Oh, 'di ba? So talagang kayong, as you were saying, yung closeness niyo ba talagang mas naging intense pa talaga, mas naging tight, mas naging close-knit kayong mga candidates ninyo now that the pageant is really fast approaching. So paano nag-evolve yung relationships nyo with each other during the entire time na naghihintay tayo ng updates from Binibining Pilipinas?
Well, for me, ang laki talaga ng improvement because before, we only update each other when it comes to Binibining Pilipinas activities. But right now, nag-update na talaga kami sa isa't isa, kinakamusta na namin more often. So, parang nakakatuwa na you're in a competition, pero meron kang family sa loob ng pageant.
That's nice to hear. What about you, Honey?
Aside from yung mga kinakamusta namin yung preparation, kinakamusta rin namin in terms of emotion na kung kamusta ka ba. Siyempre, pandemic, lockdown, hindi mo nakikita yung loved ones mo kung malayo ka man sa family. At least meron kami, yun nga, sisterhood ng Binibini. Yun nga, meron kami pag-mare, may kumare kami, meron kami mga ka-sister. So, we update each other kung ano yung nangyayari sa atin.
Unique.
Yung mental health natin, especially si Abby.
Unique talaga yung experience. Diba? Kayo lang talaga pwede nyo talaga, after this pageant is over, pwede nyo masabi kayo lang talaga yung batch nyo talaga na merong ganitong unique experience na, diba? Through thick and thin, hindi kayo nagkabitawan. Diba?
Yes.
Considering na more than a year ang hinintay ninyo for this to happen very, very soon. So, because of this pandemic and we're still at the height of the pandemic, I'm curious to ask, how has your training been like since this pandemic?
Well, for me, it was really hard at first because I'm really used to training with my mentor, Kuya RL, face to face. But then since we have a pandemic right now, yung naging training namin is virtual na lang. And so, sa 1 year na duration ng training namin, natapos na namin yung mga, inuna kasi namin yung mga technical like yung pasarela, Q&A. So right now, we're just focusing on our mental health. Kasi it's very
Yeah.
important. Kasi when you're joining a pageant, it's not just about how you walk, how you talk, but also sa mental health mo because you'll be mentally challenged when you're in a pageant.
What about you, honey? Yes, honey, yeah.
Ganun din. As before lockdown, syempre personal yung training. Pagka makikita face-to-face, mahawakan ka talaga. I mean, yung kung paano yung posture na tama. Pero since matagal naman na yung waiting time namin, yung waiting phase sa Binibining. Ngayon, nung pumasok ng 2021, parang balik naman na kami sa dati in terms of preparation. Pero of course, still following the strict protocols given by our authorities. Hindi na ako pwedeng i-neglect eh. Hindi pwedeng complacent ka porque may darating na vaccine. Hindi ka pa, alam mo yun, you still need to be very aware when training. Yun yung ginagawa namin. Pero ngayon, weekly, we're doing our training. And other than that, I realized, pageantry talaga is like sports. In a sense that, aside from hard work, we really need to have the discipline to continue our training. Kahit nasa bahay kami, kung ano tinuro sa amin, in person, kailangan din namin siya gawin pag nasa bahay na because we need to really memorize it by heart. And syempre, alam naman nila rin siguro yung muscle memory. And other than that, we need to do our part to read articles, to read books, to be updated on what's happening. And more than that, our mental health. Importante yun. Kasi, hindi biro yung mga makikita mo sa social media, even though sometimes iwasan mo. But if people will really message you directly, hindi mo maiiwasan eh. So you really also need to have a strong mind and core, kagaya ng team, na will keep on reminding you of the purpose of the dream that you have.
Yes. So with all your answers, so nakatulong talaga yung pandemic sa training ninyo. Malaki.
Well, yes, given a 1 year training period, kung gagamitin mo talaga yung time na meron tayo, super laking tulong niya talaga because imagine if last year, natuloy yung pageant, edi parang 2 months lang yung training mo or if nag-advance training kayo, di ba? But yung binigay sa aming allowance ng time, although nakakalungkot because the reason is this pandemic, but still, naging very helpful siya in the sense of we were given time to improve ourselves.
Yun nga. So, yeah, I'm sure Honey can agree with that, no? Na talagang nag-glow up, nag-level up kayo, nag-improve talaga kayo in all aspects of the competition. So, I'm curious to ask, kasi napansin ko sa social media, you are one of the few girls, you are two of the few girls na who have been releasing pasabogs consistently. Parang your creative juices have been flowing and hindi kayo nauubusan ng mga paandar. So, how do you do your photo shoots considering na naka-lockdown, naka-quarantine tayo for most of the time this year?
Well, to be honest, sa sobrang dami naming
During
in-upload
the first time,
from last year pa. Well, masasabi ko lang na secret namin is yung ibang yung ibang photos na in-upload ko, shoots pa yon from last year.
Oo.
And then meron lang kami mga
Naipon.
dinagdag. Yes, meron kami mga dinagdag lang na recently lang. And yun, very thankful na din ako kasi very advanced mag-isip din ng team ko na we really planned everything. And very thankful ako kasi nagamit siya in the long run.
Sa amin, during the first, parang after lockdown, nakapag-photoshoot kami. I can't remember the exact month, pero parang around September na. Medyo mahirap siya kasi new normal eh. Madami kailangan na sundin,
In fairness naman talaga, ano 'di ba, lahat kami busog na busog lahat kami sa mga mga pinapasabog nyo sa social media. And you even both had a collaboration together. So, ano yung pinaka-favorite photoshoot nyo together or kahit separately so far na in-upload nyo sa social media?
Well, yung shoot namin ni Honey, very favorite ko talaga yon. Kasi I think that was the very first time na nag-collab ako with my co-candidate. And it was really fun. But if you're going to ask me yung favorite ko among sa lahat ng naging shoot ko, yung recent lang namin. So, I can't wait to show it to you sa susunod. And yun.
Oh,
For sure naman i-upload ko yun sa account ko.
oo. Malapit na July 11, so kailangan ma-upload mo na yan. 'Di ba? Si Honey. Si Honey, do you also have the same concept in mind?
ni Gabby together. Paras kami yung recent photoshoot namin. My reason is because of the behind the scenes. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. Yeah. So yung behind the scenes, so ano yung meron sa behind the scenes? Yung talagang bonding ninyo?
Because of the behind the scenes, it was na Mama Paolo is a genius in terms of styling. It is also one of my dreams to be styled by V. So, super fun, super happy na ka-work ko siya personally for my own photo shoot. And kasama si Mark Nieto, yung photographer. Sana meron kaming video ng behind the scenes kasi yung story na pinapaisip niya sa akin during the photo shoot para may ilabas yung tamang expression. Very funny, pero very effective. Nagbibigay siya ng story para yung expression ko related sa suot ko. Which is very fun. And yung mga music na pinapatugtog niya, parang yun na rin yung song namin every time na nakikita kami ng team. So, very fun. Pero super ganda nung magiging outcome. And I hope na ma-upload na namin yung iba pang mga photos.
Oo nga, napansin ko yun eh. Parang meron kayong storytelling eh na ina-upload sa photos ninyo together. Kasi especially yung nung yung collaboration ninyo last year, ang daming layouts nun eh. Tapos 5 ba ang layouts na yun? Ang dami ko, kasi send sa akin si Sir Pao eh. Upload. Pero ang dami nun, di ba? So, it's nice to know na even naging closer na kayo ng team ninyo during this whole process of your competition. So, I'm curious to ask naman, what have been the challenges or obstacles that you have encountered while you were preparing at the height of the pandemic?
Well, I think the biggest challenge was that it was prolonged. Plus, were not able to see each other because yung physical interactions are limited na, di ba? And of course, we need to follow safety protocols. But then, nagagawa naman ng paraan. There's always a way talaga. And yun, very thankful na lang din siguro na social media was introduced to us kasi super dami niyang natulong, lalo na when it comes to training.
Okay. What about you, Honey?
I think one of the biggest challenge is to maintain yung hype. I mean, yung pagpapasabog, if that is the term we are using now. Pero, I realized na hindi naman dapat mag-focus on the photoshoot and what content to give in terms of yung mga pasabog na namin na sinasabi. I think really to focus on what is more important. Of course, yung public speaking namin, yung content namin in terms of our advocacy, yung stories namin during lockdown, ano ba yung nagawa namin. I think yun yung bagay na mas nag-focus ako. Kasi nasi-shift na yung attention ko. I think I need to mag-post ng photos. I think I need to do this. Na good thing, I'm also aware that I need to focus on things that matters most.
Oh, now that you've mentioned about it, you were also busy doing some content for your advocacies. What have been the realizations that you have that you have learned as you go along this journey in relation to your respective advocacies? Kasi nakikita ko rin yung mga ginagawa ninyong mga, di ba, yung mga ginagawa ninyong activities for your respective advocacy, especially ito si Gabby, something to do with mental health. Tapos ikaw naman, Honey, with you're an advocate for education among our youth. So what have been the realizations so far?
When the pandemic started, I myself experienced depression, anxiety because of everything that's happening around us. And then I'm very lucky that my team was with me during the first months of lockdown. And then I realized na as long as you have someone, then you will feel good about everything that's around you, especially when they're positive people. So ako, every time I'm feeling down, palaging andyan yung team ko, parang tinatanggal nila yung attention ko sa sad thoughts, sa
Mhm.
sa mga negativity. And they're like trying to make, actually ginagawa nila, papagawa nila sa akin yung kung ano-ano, para lang may divert yung attention ko into positivity. And then na-realize ko na kaya nung team ko sa akin when I needed it. Tapos, this time, it's parang feeling ko it's time for me to give it to others. Na maybe it's not just me who's experiencing this. And I know talaga na hindi lang ako yung nakaka-experience nito. So, me and my team, nag-focus kami sa grief support.
Grief
Kasi
support.
yes, because I lost two of my loved ones, which is my brother and my mother. And syempre, hindi pa ako masyadong nakaka-heal. Kasi if you're going to ask me now, yes, the pain is still there. But the good thing is, even if the pain is still there, positive pa rin akong tao. And nakakaya kong i-share yung positivity na yon sa ibang tao. So, I know na it's hard, but I know na everyone can get through it.
Nice answer. Yeah, oo. Iba talaga, dapat magdamayan tayo at this time of the pandemic na we all need each other's strength, diba?
Yes.
With everything that we're going through right now. So what about you, Honey? What have been your realizations from your advocacy?
During this pandemic, I think many of us know na nag-shutdown halos lahat ng school, hindi lang naman dito sa atin, worldwide, pati sa ibang bansa. And yung magiging effect nun, or magiging effect niya is mas maraming students na maaaring isipin na hindi na muna pumasok because of the new setup na digitalized na modular. So mas maraming hindi rin kayang mag-afford bumili ng mga gadgets. And I realized ngayon, mas madaming magiging out of school youth. And my advocacy will be very relevant because it is for me to inspire them to continue their studies. Because I was once an out of school youth myself. So it's something that I could relate to more of our Filipino students right now. And marami rin nag-message sa akin ngayon, aside from their issues about the education system and how they needed to provide those gadgets, is their fear and anxiety. What if hindi sila makahanap ng work? What if hindi sila maging as competitive as those na nakapag face-to-face? So, marami akong natututunan from the students messaging me regarding those matters, and something na I could also somehow share to them my story. And that's really something that I learned, and I'm looking forward to na yung maging story nila next time is they pursue and they finish their studies.
Oh, that's nice to hear. So, with all that, that's nice to hear. Dami talaga din nating realization. Kasama rin ba sa realizations yung mga, with all the delays that happened within the course of the Binibini duration, nagbago rin ba yung title niyo? Or gusto niyo ma-achieve for this pageant? O ganun pa rin?
Well, I've been very vocal about the title that I want to get. Siyempre, since day one, alam niyo yan. Hindi siya nagbago talaga. As in, same pa din. Pero siyempre, kahit anong crown ang ibigay, tatanggapin ko yan ng buong puso.
Yes, it's still a Binibining Pilipinas crown. Yeah.
Yes.
So what about you, honey?
I'm open to any crown as well. If we'll be given a chance, I will give my everything to represent the Philippines. Siyempre, ayun na yun eh, pangarap na yun. And ang gusto ko naman kasi talaga is maging part ng Binibining Pilipinas. Maging Binibining Pilipinas queen. So, kahit ano ibigay nila sa akin. Pero, I just want to share, after watching MGI, guys, I know everyone watching, di ba, yung production, yung message na part nila sa atin, and yung caliber ng mga reigning queens, nakaka-inspire, parang mapapaisip ka na gusto mo rin maging part nun. And that is something that I'm also, you can sign me up. Something like that. And of course, who doesn't want to win the highest crown ngayon, which is the Miss International. Especially ako, super fan ako ng Japanese culture, and I really dream of exploring Japan and traveling there. Tapos kung i-represent ko pa yung Philippines sa lugar na pinapangarap ko, that's something that, ano na siya, 100% na talaga na ibibigay ko lahat. Kasi dream come true, 2-in-1.
Kaya pala, 'di ba? Kaya naman pala yung mga photoshoots na ina-upload ninyo sa social media. Grabe, kulang na lang. Daig nyo pa ang mga kinula sa Ariel tsaka sa Downy. Ang lalambot ninyo sa mga photoshoots ninyo. Diyos ko, Lord. 'Di ba? Parang kulang-kulang kayo sa Downy. Ang bango-bango, ang linis-linis ninyo. Tignan sa social media with all your recent photoshoots. Sa doon pa lang, alam na namin, okay. We know what the title, I know the title that she aims to achieve for the forthcoming finals night. So, having said that, I'm curious to us, syempre, marami na rin kayong mga fans na nakakaamas na rin, meron na rin kayong collective fan base for the pageant. Kayo ba, in a way, nararamdaman nyo rin yung pressure to sustain the hype for more than a year?
Well, I'm not really thinking about what other people are saying. Kasi, for example, ang pagsasabi na you need to maintain this, you need to maintain that. Kasi mas nagcha-trust ako sa timeline na binigay ng team ko sa akin. Na parang meron lang kaming time on when to post. So, hindi namin kailangan i-post siya ng agad-agad just to maintain the hype na sinasabi ng mga tao. And of course, nasa amin na yung pagiging gusto namin na sumali sa pageant na to at manalo ng crown. So we're just giving our best. And we're sharing it to everyone who's following us or who's supporting us and who's supporting Binibining Pilipinas, syempre.
What about you, honey?
During the pandemic, especially nung bago pa siya, super 2020, I think hindi din naman ako masyadong na-pressure because I think it's irrelevant to post something na yung mga, pasabog na may kinalaman sa pageant. I think we really need to sympathize those with our health workers, yung mga nurse, yung mga doctors, yung mga frontliners natin. I think kaya nung 2020, hindi rin masyadong na-pressure in terms of really producing photo shoots or video shoots that fans will really like. Because we really need to give the attention to our frontliners and how together we will be able to reach COVID-free country. Yun yung pinaka-nagiging goal ng time na yun. But during the 2021, I'm so blessed to have my hand in issues, of course, my team was just very supportive, showing just love and kindness. They're very understanding in terms of why I am not posting every day or really giving them updates of what's going on sa preparation ko. So I just want to take this time to thank them. Most of them are watching right now. Hi, Honey Licious. Thank you so much for your love, your kindness, and support. Wow, extra ko pa yun.
Yes, I think they're watching. Ang dami medyo naging steady yung increase ng mga viewers natin. So thank you, Honeylicious, to all the people behind Honeylicious. Thank you so much for watching right now. So speaking of that, fan base, yung mga fans, yung pag-sustain ng hype, kayo ba, may nagbago ba? May nagbago kasi with the delay in the pageant, syempre may mga nag-emerge na mga fashion trends, 'di ba? Within the span of 1.5 years. So kayo ba, nagbago rin ba yung mga susuotin yung mga gowns for the finals night? Or you still stuck with your vision nung previously nung umpisa?
Nag-stick pa rin kami sa first plan namin. But then, syempre meron kaming mga nilabas na gowns, di ba? Nadagdagan lang yung gown na prepare namin. Kasi di ba, yung recently nag-upload na Binibini ng naka-gown kaming lahat. So
Yes,
yun, parang,
yes.
yes, we were already thinking kung papalabas na ba namin yung gown namin. Pero syempre, gusto namin yung surprise sa ano. So, minintay na namin na yung first gown na ginawa namin, yun na talaga yung ilalabas namin sa finals. Gumawa na lang kami ng bago for the shoot. So yun. So
Oh my
kung ano yung
God,
makikita nyo, sa gown ko, makikita nyo yung utak ng team ko. Kasi buong team ko talaga yung nag-conceptualize ng lahat.
So for sure, ewan ko, magbo-ball gown ka ba? O ano ba, babahaba ng mga tela sa stage?
Basta ang
kung tama
masasabi
yung
ko
iniisip
lang,
naming crown. Oh.
basta ang masasabi ko lang, ginawa ng best ng RL team yung makakaya nila. Ginawa nila yung makakaya nila para ma-showcase sa'yo yung magandang gown na bagay sa akin. So, yun. That's
Oh my
something
God,
to
na-excite
watch
ako
out
bigla.
for.
Sana. Nako, few more weeks left before.
One more thing. This is the very first time nang wear ako ng ganitong gown. As in, very first time talaga. Nag-isip ka na, no? Kung anong gown na yung mga nasuot ko, no?
Ball gown nga! Kasi hindi ka pa nagba-ball gown. Charot!
Secret!
Pero sige, abangan namin yan, nako ha. Abangan namin yan. Nako, may pasabog si Gabby sa finals night. Si Honey, magpapaiwan ba? May pasabog ba kaming dapat abangan sa'yo sa finals night, Honey?
Yes. I really cannot give you some details about my gown. Pero medyo may nabago. Pero I just want to leave it kind of, iwan na lang ako ng elements of surprise para sa coronation namin. But I will assure you na ibinigay din namin kung ano yung design at sa tingin ng team na bagay sa akin. And aside from the design na bagay sa akin, I will also be able to really perform it on stage and showcase the talent that pour out to that gown.
Nako ha, ang daming sinabi kayon ha. So, for sure yung mga fans ninyo mag-e-expect ng bonggang-bongga na talagang you'll really both deliver a spectacular performance come finals night. So, I wanna ask, which aspect of the competition kayo pinakakabado? And at the same time, excited na rin? Which aspect of the competition? Siyempre, excited na kayo sa evening gown.
Ako talaga, super excited ako sa kabuuan ng pageant because we've waited for way too long for this moment to come. And finally, ito na talaga. Ito na yung inaantay namin na coronation night. And if you're going to ask me naman about sa pinaka kinakabahan ako, well, sino bang hindi ka kakabahan sa Q&A, di ba? Kasi parang feeling ko, yun yung moment na make it or break it. So, kailangan talaga siyang paghandaan. And, yun. Pero, very excited ako sa lahat.
Yeah. What about you, Honey?
I'm really looking forward to every segment of the pageant. Especially, matagal na kami naghihintay. Bawat segment na nung namin yun ni Gabby, di ba?
Yes.
Feel na feel.
Wala kaming papalagpasin.
I hope
Parang
na
feeling ko ito yung...
I'll be very little nervous lang sa Q&A. Because sabi nga ni Gabby, sipag hindi kakabahan doon, you will be, sharing your idea and your opinion. And, pero sana, little nervousness lang yung maramdaman ng candidates na sasagot or magiging part ng Q&A. Ng, I don't know what top, kung saan man, or top 15. Sana relax lang. We just really feel the moment, listen, and deliver what really is inside our hearts, and really not focus on saying the right words, the right sentence or words, but really just to influence, really just to share a part of our life.
Ako, alam nyo, basing from your answers, parang feeling ko walang masyadong kakabahan sa Q&A. Kasi imagine nyo kung talagang walang audience kung walang audience, di ba? Kung walang audience, walang live. So kayo lang magkakatititigan doon. So tititigan nyo lang yung judge. Parang feeling ko kung 12 silang judge lang sa Coliseum, parang feeling ko hindi naman kayo kakabahan. Parang parang baka nga i-treat nyo pa nga yun as parang dress rehearsal lang eh. Feeling ko lang kasi 'di ba? Ewan ko, kasi syempre 'di ba, walang nagbubu sa inyo, walang mag-cheer sa inyo, so parang wala yung pressure, yung yung collective energy ng tao naghihiyawan sa inyo. So, ewan ko, feeling ko lang hindi kayo kakabahan kasi parang walang nanonood sa inyo eh, 'di ba? Ewan ko, yun yung opinion ko. I may be wrong, 'di ba? Ako in-expect ko virtual kasi given our situation. Pero syempre gusto pa rin namin manood pa rin ng live. So, ewan ko, diba? Mas exciting, diba? Kapag live. Ayun, pag live na, patay na kayo. Kakabahan na nga talaga kayo. But you know what, guys? It's amazing that how you have solidified your status as a frontrunner in this competition, given how your team has really prepared you. Si Honey with Sir Paulo, tapos with you naman, Gabby, with Sir RL. So I'm curious to ask, what is one advice that came from them that you have been really taking to heart ever since you started competing here in Binibining Pilipinas?
Well, just like what I've said earlier, me and Kuya RL are focusing on my mental health. So, yung pinaka-advice niya talaga na got stuck into my head is to be at peace during the coronation night. Because he told me that when you're at peace, you perform well or better. And at that moment, malalabas mo yung ikaw, yung authenticity mo. And that's what we're looking for, di ba, when we're joining a pageant, to express ourselves. So, yun, hindi ko talaga siyang makalimutan kasi of all the tips na ibibigay ni Kuya RL, hindi ko ini-expect na ang sasabihin niya sa akin, be at peace pag nasa pageant ka na. Kasi the more you overthink, the more ka na parang madidistract and parang, kumbaga sa isang straight na line, may tendency kang lumiko. So, yun talaga yung hindi ko makalimutan na sinabi ni Kuya RL. And very helpful talaga siya.
Yeah, be at peace. Diba?
Yes.
Yeah. Nakaka-zen zone yun nakakakalmado yun I love what he told you. Yeah, great advice. What about you, Honey? What did Sir Pao tell you that has been really getting into you for quite some time now?
Mama Paolo is one of my role models right now in terms of professionalism and in this industry sa pageantry. Marami na siyang alam dito. Meron na rin siyang mga na-handle before sa Binibining man o sa ibang pageant. More than the words, more than yung mga advice words, his action and his passion towards his work and our preparation speaks louder than any advice or words that he may say sa akin. And that is very influential to me. His work, I mean his actions, paano siya makisalamuha sa akin, paano niya ako i-handle. I think that's enough for me to really be inspired sa kanya and sa mga actions na ginagawa niya. If you, kung makakasama mo siya, siguro sasabihin mo, perfectionist, but I need that. And he's telling me also na yung pageant, it's also performance, but you also need to share yung pagsagot. You just really need to be authentic about it. And same kay Gabby, medyo overthinker din kasi ako, I'm a cancer sensitive. So, yung attitude niya na Dedma sa mga negativity, na-apply ko yon and that's very helpful. Yung the attitude of Dedma. At hindi ko importante kung hindi man siya maganda pakinggan or the right words to say. Pero very helpful yun sa akin. Na hindi masyado mag-focus sa mga bagay na hindi naman makakagawa sa growth ko. I really just find people who will help me progress sa dream ko.
That's nice. I want to meet Sir Pao someday. Feeling ko dami kong matututunan din sa kanya given his experience in showbiz, no? Wait, Sir Doms is also watching us pala. Hi, Sir Dom! Meron siyang comment dito, oh. Meron siyang comment dito. Sabi niya, hi, Gab and Honey, are you excited? Are you guys excited for the preliminaries? May prelims!
Hindi kami nagsabi na
Sir Doms, may preliminaries ang Binibining Pilipinas? Oh my God, that's a scoop! Kailan? Chas, makabang na lang tayo. Oh my God, na-excite ako bigla. I think this is, oh my God. Totoo ba yun? Thank you, Sir Doms, for that scoop. Oh my God. So ano yun, dalawa gowns ninyo? Isang pang prelims, tsaka isang finals? Pwede ba yun?
Basta po wala akong sinasabi.
Okay, sige, let's move on. Okay, thank you, Sir Doms, for watching. Natuwa naman ako dun sa bagong development na yun. So, alam mo yun, so, eto na nga, napansin nyo naman, di ba, 34 na lang kayo kasi nga may ibang mga candidates na compete na international, like si Rowie, si Samantha Bernardo. So, kayo ba naisip nyo na given that the international pageants of Pilipinas is coming, tapos isipin nyo yung mapapadala, have you ever thought of training in advance? Kasi in so little time na yung ibinibigay little time na yung pwede niyong pag-preparan, considering na yung Miss Grand International, ito nga sa October. International, baka rin sa October. So, mga plans na ba kayo, parang you're training, you have this mindset of parang training for your international competition?
Well, sa sobrang positive thinker namin, yung training namin, hindi na namin siya binibase na kailangan yung training natin sa ganito, eto lang, kasi national lang siya. No, we're not like that. So, we really train for the big things that can happen or that might happen. So, si Kuya RL, make sure niya na kung ano yung ilalabas ko sa Binibining ngayon, yun na yung I will really give my all. Kasi, kasi syempre it's better na you're prepared. And Kuya RL always taught me then na failing to plan is preparing to fail. So yun isa din yun sa na-stuck sa mind ko na parang oo nga no, if hindi ka magplano about things, then you're preparing yourself for nothing. So kailangan if you're going to prepare for something, dapat yung pang ingrande na. Dapat yung pang bongga na talaga, na to the point na kahit saan ka ipadala, you're ready.
Yeah, and flexible.
Yes.
What about you, Honey?
yun yung pinapaalala sa akin ng team na yung preparation namin, kailangan pag nasa stage ako, makikita nila na yung kaya ko i-represent yung Philippines. So, pang ano siya, pang MI siya, pang MGI siya, or kung pang SCI, pang Miss Globe siya. Makikita ng BPCI yun sa amin. So our preparation is really towards representing the Philippines. Kailangan makita yun ng judges, ng fans, ng organization itself. So I think kasi with Gabby, kailangan din naman makikita niyo na agad sa amin na she is a Miss Philippines. Something like that. And in terms naman sa mga gagamitin for if ever manalo, wala pa regarding that on our side. We do have some clothes that we can, I think, dalhin. Pero in terms na sa mga, alam mo yun, talaga naka-ready ng national costume or gowns, wala pa. But we're hoping, at kung kami man yun ni God, I'm sure kayang-kaya ng team namin yan. Kung bukas,
Yeah.
Oo, kung si Samantha nga, kinaya Team 20 days, di ba? Talunin nyo, Team 7 days, Team 8 days.
Magagawa na
Pero yun nga, di ba, knowing si RL tsaka si Sir Pao, ang mga masters ng ano ninyo, ng training team ninyo. So talagang wala. Ano na lang kami, we'll sit back and relax. Pero yun nga, sabi ni Honey, na yun nga, depende pa rin yun sa mga judges, di ba? Kung talagang, pag talagang mananalo kayo at the end of the finals night. Now, I'm curious to ask, alam naman natin ngayon sa beauty pageants, parang trend ngayon na all-female ang selection committee or yung judging panel. So sa tingin nyo ba, mas mahirap silang i-impress? O kasi sa tingin nyo, you have better chances of winning kapag all-female selection ang panel ng Binibining Pilipinas this year?
Well, hindi kasi siya masasabi na because girl siya, it's easier for you or harder for you. Because I really believe that we have different standards when it comes to judging a pageant. Let's just say we have someone's looking for tall, thin, someone's looking for not that tall but have a pleasing personality. So we really can't tell. But for me, I am joining a pageant not to impress. I am here to express myself and to share to the people around me or who's watching or supporting me who I am and what my experiences have taught me. So that's why I joined the pageant.
Nice answer, ha? You're not here to impress, but to express yourself better.
Yeah. Thank you.
Ganda, ang ganda na hugot mo, ha? What about you, Honey?
every judges has their own preferences or standards in terms of who the girl, kung sino yung gusto nilang manalo. But an all-female panelist is empowering and uplifting. But I hope the judges will be able to really relate to our journey and understand, of course, the sacrifices that we need to do to be on that stage. And they could also understand our dream of representing the Philippines. I believe that if they could mirror themselves to the candidates, they could somehow understand us, relate to us, why we want to win.
Yes.
And I think that is something more wonderful kung yung mga judges will also be able to really relate to the experiences and sacrifices that candidate need to do. Kahit sino yan, kahit part ng LGBT, kahit man, kahit women, I hope they could somehow see themselves to us. Para genuine yung pag-judge.
Yes.
Grabe yung sagot mo, ha? Pang Q&A na yung mga sagot nyo, ha? Talaga wow. Naramdaman ko yung sagot mo even if you just deliver it very casually. Wow. I never expected to hear that kind of answer from you, honey. Wow, ang ganda. Yeah. Oo nga, no? Yeah. To be able to relate more, di ba? Imbis na, alam mo yun, ma-insecure kayo sa isa't isa, magka-insecure ng kapwa babae sa isa't isa, di ba? You guys should always be empowering each other, di ba? especially at this kind of platform. So speaking of judges, as we all know, Binibini is notorious for having a very diverse group of judges every year for their finals night. So I'm curious to ask, kung bibigyan kayo ng power, who would you like to see there as a judge? And if you and what if your celebrity crush is one of them? Mas gaganahan ba kayong mag-perform? So sino celebrity crush niyo gusto niyo makita sa judging panel?
I think may konting excitement, syempre. Kung halimbawa nandun si Captain America.
Ay, ang labo naman noon. Di na. Kunyari si Piolo na lang. Si Piolo. Kasi ABS naman yata eh.
Parang gusto ko makita siguro mag-judge sa si Pia Words ba. Syempre siya yung isa sa mga nilolook up ko na beauty queen. Andun na si Catriona, nandun pa si Pia, di ba?
Bongga.
Yeah.
Di ba? So wala kayo sa crush. Kailangan talaga, ma-inspire kayo. Parang ang importante, ma-inspire, ma-empower kayo ng gabing yon para for you both to be able to give your best performances of your lives, di ba? So ikaw,
Yes,
ikaw, Gab.
Well, I have two girls in mind, but obviously, hindi talaga sila magiging judge because host sila. But, yeah, parang ang gandang makitang judge ang mga beauty queens din. Yung tao mismo na nag-mentor sa aming Binibini. Parang ang sayang makita sila na andon, tinitingnan nila yung mga minentor nila. Kasi I know na makikita talaga na parang makikita nila not just the things that we show on stage, but also the things that we shared to them. But obviously, hindi nga talaga sila magiging judge. So, okay na kung host sila kasi still, andyan sila sa show. And when it comes naman sa celebrity crush, kung siya yung maging judge and kung mas magaganahan ako, I think kahit wala doon yung crush ko, magaganahan talaga ako mag-perform. Kasi, kagaya nga nung sabi ko, ang tagal, di ba, nung duration ng pageant. And feeling ko lahat ng Binibini, inaantay na lang na rumampa sa stage ng Araneta and ipakita sa buong mundo na andito pa din kami, kahit na-postpone kami, nandito pa din kami.
Naka-inspire naman. I was expecting a different answer, pero wow, talagang iba talaga nagawa ng pandemic sa inyo na talagang naramdam ko talaga yung gigil nyo talaga, yung uhaw nyo talaga mag-perform as early as now. So, sa sobrang ganda nyo bang yan? Sa sobrang ganda ninyong dalawang yan, sa lagay na yan, nai-insecure pa ba kayo? Was there any point of the competition from nung nagsimula kayo last year up until now na nai-insecure pa rin kayo?
Well, for me, for me kasi wala talaga akong dapat ika-insecure sa iba. Kasi alam ko na we're equal. We're equally beautiful. And the more you think about the things that are not sa'yo, the more ka lang ma-frustrate sa situation and feeling ko mas makaka-distract pa sa'yo yun. So better yet, focus on the things that you have or like focus on your strengths kesa yung magfo-focus ka sa things na wala sa'yo kasi it will only keep you thinking na ay baka I'm not good for this, baka I'm not good for that. And of course, ayaw natin ng negativity because it will not do us any good, diba? So yun, I just focus on improving myself kesa maging insecure ako about something.
Great answer. Yeah. Always focus on yourself. Huwag mong tignan kung ano yung meron yung iba na wala ka. Yeah. So, do you also feel the same way, honey?
I think alam niyo na 2019 naging part na ako ng Binibini. And I learned it the hard way. To not focus to not compare yourself to the other candidates. Because what happened to me is, since I'm comparing myself to them, hindi ko nakikita kung ano yung meron ako. And when I'm looking at myself, most of the time, what I see are my insecurities, the ugliest part of me. And through that journey, during the Binibining 2019. Mahirap man, kailangan ko talaga siyang pagdaanan para malaman ko na hindi talaga dapat. Na you need to focus on your own growth. You really need to focus on things that what will help you. Rather than mapansin mo, ay, ang ganda ng suot niya, sana ako din. Focus on the resources that you have. And then, ako ngayon, I look at my team, I look at the people who support me, who continuously loving me, and laging nandyan para sa akin. Kasi kung sila yung titignan ko, mas nakikita ko yung beauty. Mas nakikita ko na, ay, na-appreciate ako. Mas nakikita ko na kung gaano nakalayo yung narrative ko. I could see how far I've come and how far I could go pa. So, ngayon, may konti insecurities, hindi mawawala yun. Pero at least I am aware na hindi dapat ako may insecure, na hindi dapat ako mag-focus sa kanila. Kailangan ko ibalik yung tingin ko sa sarili ko. Because I know, I also have something to offer and something beautiful to offer in the people.
Honey, ang lalim mo ngayon ha. Parang, yan ba ang effect ng pandemic? Ang lalim mo sumagot. May hugot ka. Last few questions. So, eto na, we're nearing the end of our interview. There's no doubt na talagang you really are preparing so well for the upcoming competition. Now, if a lot of now, what advice would you give young girls who would like to join or follow your footsteps as an aspiring beauty queen when they grow up?
Well, if you guys are planning to join now, I can really say that this is the time wherein you need to put yourself out there and give hope to other people and inspire the people around you. Because we've been going through a lot lately, and seeing someone empowering other people will really help the society. Kasi it can lead to a domino effect. You inspire them and then they inspire others. So if you really want to join a pageant, just go for it and believe in yourself. Because I know that all of us are unique. Yes, we're unique. And we have different things to offer.
Ang ganda. Ang ganda. What about you, honey?
And in this time of pandemic, being a candidate is really sharing hope and somehow creating change to even a small part of your community. If you know your purpose, it's that's a strong core to have. And aside from that, in addition to what Gabby said, I think it's also important to just be yourself. Alam ko lagi yung naririnig yun.
Yes.
But you need to be authentic. Kasi na-experience ko it in 2019. I keep on comparing myself to others. I want to be like them. But walang iba sa mundo na ikaw. Walang ibang kagaya mo na kayang tuparin yung pangarap mo. Kundi ikaw lang. If you're planning to join now. As long as you have meron ka ng someone na will help you, especially nga ngayon, mahirap kasi kagaya nito virtually, madaming mga kailangan requirements. If you have a strong mind as well, push mo na yan. Be authentic if you are already planning, and enjoy the moment. Kapag ka-candidate ka na, enjoyin mo.
Yes. Don't forget to have fun.
Mo ang bawat and make friends. Make friends. Importante yun, make friends.
So, which leads me to my last question. So, anong message nyo sa kasi sobrang nararamdaman ko talaga yung desire nyo talaga to make your kababayans, friends, relatives to be proud of you guys once you finally perform in Araneta Coliseum on July 11. So anong message nyo sa kanila ngayon for the outpouring of support and guidance that they have been giving you ever since you started your Binibining Pilipinas journey?
For me, I would really like to thank all of the people who supported me, not only me, but also my co-candidates and the Binibining Pilipinas organization. Because imagine, we started last year, but the supporters, they're still there. They supported us even in this time of pandemic na na-delay kami. Ang daming canceled na events and I know na ang daming taong naghahangad dun sa events na yung iba meron na mga flight papunta dito. But still, very thankful talaga ako sa lahat ng sumuporta at patuloy na susuporta sa Binibining Pilipinas. And all I can say, this is it. Malapit na talaga siya and tuloy na siya. Wala nang cancel siguro to. Eto na talaga yon. So, thank you so much and I hope you continue supporting us. I love you all, especially my team. Alam niyo na kung sino kayong lahat. And of course, to my Gabzillas. Thank you so much. And of course, Binibining Pilipinas charities kasi binigyan nila kami ng ganitong experience which is, I think, kami talaga ang nakagawa lang nito sa history ng Binibining Pilipinas na longest reigning candidate ba ang tawag sa amin? So yun, thank you everyone.
Extended pa daw eh. Sa August na daw. Kaya pa ba?
Kayang-kaya
joke
pa yan,
lang.
basta matuloy lang.
Nakakatuwa kayo. Nakakatuwa talaga yung fighting spirit ninyo. Ikaw, Honey, what about you?
Again, I would like to thank, I'll be forever and eternally grateful to my team, especially to Mama Paolo, to my Hanilicious, and to my family, my loved ones, na walang sawang nagsusupport sa akin, nagpapakita ng pagmamahal, and yung pagtitiwala. Kasi syempre, nag-invest sila sa akin, hindi lang naman ng time pati ng effort and resources. So thank you for trusting me with that kind and beautiful gift. And of course, Binibining Pilipinas charities. So thank you so much for this opportunity and for prioritizing our safety.
Yes.
And of course, sa mga Binibini candidates ko, lalo na kay Gabby, kay Francesca, Kalales, kung sino kayo, lahat, super supportive ng mga girls, very caring. Alam mo yung mga musta, sobrang laking bagay. And of course, yes, and of course, sa mga pageant vloggers, mga pageant enthusiasts, kung wala kayo, walang mag-update sa nangyayari sa amin. Mas
True.
cover yung mga pageants. Last time yung MU, may kinover niyo, talagang updated kayo sa inyo kami agad pumupunta. Grabe yung passion, grabe yung dedication sa thank you talaga, Sir Ad. Thank you sa inyong lahat. And of course, thank you rin to God for giving us this opportunity na ma-present namin yung sarili namin and for guiding us and for giving us good health hanggang ngayon kahit may pandemic.
Yes.
And to everyone watching, sa audience, sa supporters ng Adam Henato, thank you so much for watching and for keeping us and for
all for His glory. You know, there's no doubt that you guys will be rewarded when you really do it for Him, all for His glory. And nakikita ko naman talaga yung puso nyo talaga eh. Siguro wag na lang talaga kayo kabahan. Wag na lang kayo kabahan sa finals. I think talagang ano lang talaga, chill na lang kayo, relax na lang, i-enjoy niyo na lang yung remaining time niyo with each other. Kasi kapag nagpa-apekto pa kayo sa nervousness, sa kaba, sa anxiety niyo, mas lalo hindi niyo ma-achieve yung gusto niyo makuha, di ba? And on that note, thank you so much, Gabby and Honey, for gracing my interview tonight. My God, sana ito
Thank you for
na. This is
having
it.
us, Adam. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Alam mo, good luck talaga sa inyong ladies. Ako tinanong ko kayo, pero kung ako tatanungin nyo, sustain nyo talaga yung hype ninyo, yung momentum ninyo. Sumagot na lang talaga kayo na maayos sa Q&A. Kasi nandiyan na, may clamor na, meron na talagang, may recall na yung mga pangalan ninyo. Honey, Gabby, ang dami na nag-ano sa inyo. So sumagot na lang talaga kayo ng maayos. Yun na lang. And you have to be within your right headspace in order for you to win the crown on July 11. Yun lang. Yun na lang talaga. So, on that note, thank you so much. It has been so much fun reconnecting with you both. Grabe. Ang daming nangyari. Nakita ko yung growth ninyo, yung maturity ninyo in this 1-hour interview I just had with you. Talagang hindi lang kayo nag-glow up physically, pero mentally, wow. Iba talaga nagagawa rin talaga ng pandemic eh. So this is really a blessing in disguise for you. So good luck and ingat, and hopefully I can finally see you in person.
Yes!
Oh my God!
Super excited na ako. Malapit na
I have to be there in the prelims. Yes. Diba? Oh my God! Sige. So with that, this ends my interview. Virtual hugs and kisses all the way from here in my office. Mwah, mwah. Thank you. Good night. And enjoy the rest of your evening, Gabby and Honey. Mwah.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Good night.